Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show. Yeehaw!
Good morning, Southern Fried Podcast, and all my breadheads out there in Cornbread Nation. It's Friday. You made it. How's Dave doing this morning?
I am absolutely wonderful. Glad to be alive. Glad to be an American. Absolutely thrilled to be a Christian.
Yes.
Appreciate all the folks that support us and reach out to us. I have several that reach out to us through the streams and stuff, and the different platforms we're on. We appreciate every one of them. Podcast is growing every day. We're so excited. A lot of work, Rob, but it's paying off, and we appreciate it.
We're actually getting worldwide. We've got people tuning in from Australia, and you say we had some people in from Ireland, or
we've had Ireland, we had Portugal yesterday. So appreciate all those folks. I would come in with some really solid aspects to the show. Getting a lot of good questions. They're bringing intelligence. I have to work real hard because I have to keep up with them. I had one of the people that came in. They said we were talking offline, and they said I was talking about you. They absolutely loved. By the way, I got to say, I've had a couple of comments. Absolutely loved the video, but you say it's not you, of falling down in the little kitty thing. I got a lot of comments about it, and they love that. But anyway, I was telling myself, well, I got to pick at my friend of 30 plus years. They said, friend, I thought that was your brother.
What? My goodness.
I said, well, he is my brother in Christ, but no, we're not brothers.
Yeah, we're brothers in Christ, but
see,
can tell the difference.
Maybe a little
clickbait. I ain't doing what
there's a little clickbait this way, brother.
Apparently, these people out there need glasses too. I love y'all, but that gone.
Yeah, see,
that's harsh.
I told you
they call us twin brothers.
I told you when me and Cook was running around, man, there were people that thought we were brothers, man.
Well, I could see that, but
they really did, man.
we
are brothers. He's like a brother to me. I mean, Cook is he's been a member of my family forever. I mean, my sister's he was like an older brother. I mean, he was always around. We were always doing stuff, and the same. Really, the grandkids. I mean, they don't look at him as a brother, obviously, but he's just a member of the family. I mean, Hey, you're not far from that gene pool, brother. It didn't roll far from the original strand of genes. It is a Georgia thing, I guess you could say.
A Georgia thing.
Yeah. Dang right.
Well, I don't know. I got to say this. Michael's what, 5'4"?
I really don't know how tall he is. He's never told me, so I'm not real sure.
He does look a lot taller in his pictures. So I mean, just saying. But it is a beautiful day to start off the weekend. All you people out there that struggled with work all week, you've made it to Friday. Oh my goodness. You can go in and be happy this morning. Okay?
Well, what do you got to say to people that's going to work all weekend? Let's not forget, there are a lot of people who this is Friday. Some people it's Monday.
Well, all I can say is you need to be sensitive when you go into work and be respectful of those that this is their Monday. Okay.
Who are you speaking to?
Okay. To the middle class Americans out there, you know, you, I was raised in a middle class household, and as you do, and as you will, and we had to put up with people being all happy and stuff on Mondays, as some people do. And being from a middle class family, it was very important that we get our grass watered on our lawn. And I'll stop.
I was fixing to say, man, it's getting awful deep down in South Georgia. That's all I'll say. Getting very, very
Hey,
deep.
hey, hey! It was her greatest hits.
Is that one of those like Columbia House you buy? Or no, it would be more like that what was that, K-Tel or whatever. You get all the one hit wonders. You can buy the album, I don't know, for $1.99 or something.
Best
And
of
that,
the
that
biscuit.
the what?
The best of the biscuit.
The best of the biscuit. Yeah,
Yeah,
crumpled.
I don't think so. Mm, mm. And he gonna go right back into that. That's not a good way to start the morning there. Just think about crumpled biscuit. Just I think I understand why you crumpled your biscuit now. I think I have figured this out. I think I know why you prefer it crumpled over torn in half. You never had good biscuits made for you. The biscuits that you made that you had growing up, when you went to tear them in half, they crumpled anyway.
No,
No,
brother.
yeah,
No,
that's what it was.
no. Brother, we had cat head biscuits
We
up
gotta
here, man. It was a meal in itself.
we gotta be on here. We're gonna be on like one of those uh, little videos where they had the Southerners having their arguments, and they're slinging out stuff. Your mama's biscuits were crumpled. Yeah, well, your mama's came out of a can. You take that back. Yep.
When I come down south, and appreciate our listener coming in on Instagram, when I come down there, we're gonna find the Hardys. If you know where it's at, I mean, I don't know if you know where the Hardys at, but I'll nose it out if you don't know. We're gonna take a poll.
Well, you got your choice. You can go to
We're gonna
Concord.
hit that morning crowd, and we're gonna have a poll.
Okay. Okay, that's fine with me.
We're gonna
You
find
can
out
go.
what your brethren around you, how they feel.
Oh, I'll tell you what. These old fellas around here, I guarantee you, they know how to eat a biscuit.
So
What do you
what
mean I'm
what
a special person? What? Michael. Oh,
are you saying? He rode the short bus? Is that what you're saying,
that's what
Michael?
he's saying, I think. I think he's saying I rode the short bus.
So what do you mean I have a choice? Like, is there two different parties that you can go for to?
Yeah, you can either go to Colquitt or you can go to Dawsonville. There's a
Oh, I
Hardee's
gotta
near
go. I gotta go the one and call it Coquit. I gotta do that.
you
Just
go
just
to. We better go to Dawsonville.
hey everybody. I'm embarrassed, Robert. I'll go. Hey everybody in Coquit.
It ain't Michael. Michael. Hey, I've been nice this morning. Oh, I've been nice to you. Oh, there you go. Say I'm special. Bless my heart. Oh my goodness.
He jumped on you. I mean, hard this morning,
I
like a tick on
know.
a hound or something. I mean, man.
I did refer to him being looking taller in his profile pictures.
Well, yeah, you did do that. You
I
did do
did.
that.
Well, everybody piling in now. Good morning to everybody. We're glad you're on here with us this morning. Good to see all of y'all from all the different streams. What do you mean don't knock your biscuits? They're my biscuits too. Uh. I just can't help y'all don't know how to eat biscuits and gravy right. That's on y'all, not me. Uh. Hmm. So Anyway, moving on. I can see you going into the Colquitt Hardy's over there going, oh, it's good to be in Colquitt. Oh, they're gonna run you out. It ain't gonna be that you're gonna
I'm
embarrass
going to
me.
go in. I'm gonna say, hey
I'm gonna
y'all,
be like,
I'm Robert's
I told
brother.
you, I told you, you dad blame Yankee. It's Colquitt. They're gonna run you out. They're gonna have torches and
I'm
pitchforks. They're gonna
I'm
run
going to
you
tell them I'm
out.
your brother.
What? They know better.
No.
Oh yeah, just but oh yeah,
They'll believe me when I get done with them. They'll believe me.
yeah. hmm We'll see. We'll see.
I'll be your other brother, Daryl. That's Daryl. I'm Rob's other brother, Daryl. How y'all doing in Colquitt?
Oh, we're going to Dawsonville, and we'll just nip that in the bud right off the bat. We'll just go to Dawsonville.
Oh,
We'll go whichever one you want to go to. Yes, I can pronounce
hey,
Lafayette.
thanks for calling us. Hey, I like this right here, now, Rob. You got to appreciate people that know how to make your morning. I mean, you have to appreciate your morning when
Yeah.
somebody says this on the Instagram. Kiddos, thank you, sugar nice. Kiddos. I
Good
don't know.
morning.
That could be a build up or a takedown, but no, that's a good person. We've been talking to him, so but I like that. It reminds me. I used to go to these meetings once a month we had here in town, and this is a ministry thing. And me and Lynn used to love to go for many reasons, but the one things we really loved, we'd walk through the door, and the guy would. And we was in our 40s then, and the guy we go to the door, and the guy would say, kids, come on in," and we just loved that. Dude was like 77 years old, and he called us kids. I loved it. It was like,
So you were in your 40s, so that was what, about 30 years ago?
no, wasn't that long.
Yeah. Yeah, if you gonna be my brother, you gonna be my older brother.
You won't get away with saying too much older, brother.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What?
That's from Instagram. They appreciate the follow.
Oh yeah. We appreciate y'all too. What is that?
Oh,
Uh,
sorry.
okay. Well, good morning. We have to see y'all in here this morning. We getting a little bit of crowd in here. Well,
Well, you
we,
said you're a clickbait.
do what?
Big Sugar Britches is in the house.
Is Sugar Bridges here?
Well, he
I did
gave
not
us a
know
like
him
on
here today. I'm
Facebook.
gonna call you today, Daniel. My Sugar Bridges. And I'll give you a call today. We're gonna get something worked out. I'll get you on the show. We got to have the hardest working man in Chatsworth on this show. Of course, now I guess he's working up in Dalton, so he'd be the hardest working man in Dalton. But we're gonna
What
that's coming out
he
toward the end
got
of the month.
promoted. He went from being the hardest working in Chatsworth. They moved him on to, is that like a promotion?
I think so. I think so. I don't know if they're paying him anymore, but you know,
Well, you can give a title out. That costs nothing.
yeah. Hmm. So now he's going to be the hardest working and best looking man in Dalton.
Well, he got a strong profile pic, man. He gives Michael a big run. Well, he trounces Michaels with his picture. Wow.
Okay, wait a minute.
Have you seen
Michael,
it?
Michael said they have two emus running loose in South Carolina right now. I guarantee you they're being ridden by monkeys.
Hey, by the way, speaking of that, reminded me, did you see the false news reporting from South Georgia? Somebody
No.
tried to say they were, I don't know, like 50 something monkeys loose that got loose in South Georgia. And then they said all of them were caught but one. And they said it was caught, the last one was caught climbing a tree stand or something. There's a picture of it. And, they're trying to report down there as false reporting the people in the Stop the Monkey Farm. But it was somebody goofing off. But I think that kind of went a little viral down there. The, the nuts come out at night.
Yeah. That they do. Uh,
I predict they'll find all the monkeys but one, And
Yeah.
years later, that it'd be like the chupacabra and the Bigfoots and the Sasquatch. There'll be sightings of this monkey all over, and they'll go down in legend. It'll be legend. And then there's going to be other animals. They're going to say, look, they sort of look like the monkey. They're going to wonder, if they crossbred and all that. That's my prediction.
That monkey got out there and crossbred with a 12-point buck. Now we got antlered monkeys running around here. They're climbing trees. Hunters are out there shooting them just to get their antlers, and it's pitiful. They should ought to let them monkeys just go.
It would make for a great sci-fi story. You could have like it all of a sudden. Maybe it was the last two they didn't catch, and then they bred and they became like the monkeys in the Wizard of Oz. like
Cross them up with some buzzards.
Yeah, they could be flying around. It'd be a good story. It could make a fun story out of that.
We're off to see the rednecks down in Georgia. because. So
that was so bad. It was funny.
Oh no, it was horrible. I'm sorry. It had to be done. It had to be done this morning. Oh, we already did that one. And deer climbing trees. It's Friday. I had to put it out there, and it was the thunk.
A public service announcement. Robert's not had his medication yet, so beware of weird sounds coming from this side of the channel.
Yeah, until I get my medicine, it's kind of, But hey, look, you've been pretty rough on me this morning too.
What did I say?
Oh, well, we got people here saying that they thought we were brothers, and
you think that's a bad thing? I thought that was positive.
It's a wonderful thing on one level, but on the other level, they calling me ugly as sin. What? I mean, look, I love you, brother. You are my brother in Christ. I've known you a long time, But there comes a point in time where you just kind of there are things in life that we can attain and we can do, and we all have our gifts from God, and God may be pretty. He may be the clickbait. I'm sorry, you're not there yet.
My wife will disagree with
you. Are you sure?
I'm absolutely positive of that.
Well, heck, my wife may disagree with me too, but
you know what my name is in her phone?
What's that?
Beautiful. No, beautiful.
I figured it'd be like
it's been that way for 35 years. Beautiful. And she still calls me that.
Oh. Michael, you're supposed to have my back at some point in time on this morning show. Oh. But it's a wonderful thing, she calls you beautiful. Well, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well,
what I'm beholding this morning, I wouldn't call beautiful.
You looking in the mirror again?
I'm looking on the screen. That's right. You take that for me, Michael. Take that for me, brother, man.
I'm not insulting him. I'm not. It's truth is painful sometimes. Truth hurts. We just got to kind of throw it out there a little bit. It's like Whoopi Goldberg saying yesterday that she couldn't get her birthday cakes made because of her politics. When they told her that they were having an issue with their boilers and stuff, and that was the issue, had nothing to do with her politics. But she went out on there, who could get my birthday cakes made because they was picking on me.
Well, the victimhood is going to be getting stronger with President-elect Trump going back into office because everybody's going to play victim now. That didn't get their way. They're all victims now.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So I saw this thing and I absolutely love it. It was a great response, and it was from It was from a liberal. It was from a liberal, and I'm not going to touch that. But anyway, all the liberals that said that they were shaving their head, they weren't going to have any sexual relations with men, because Trump was president. So a liberal, the Bill Maher, I don't know if you saw that clip where they said, so you're not going to have children, and you're going to let the MAGA outpopulate us now? Is that smart? Because they're going to keep having kids,
What'd they say?
I think it's hilarious, man. It's like, is that really your plan? Like, don't have any sexual relations, don't have kids for these 4 years, but MAGA's going to keep producing? Man, he's killing it this morning.
I gotta. Whoa, Michael, you gotta be nice. Next thing you know, you'll be on here saying Dave's not as good looking as I am. You gotta be careful with that. You gotta be nice. So, what about this tax that they're trying to push through up there in New York, where they're this congestion tax, where if you don't come in a certain way, you have to pay. They're gonna put cameras up, and you're gonna have to pay tolls. It's anywhere from $9 to $15 to pay for the transit system in New York City. That whole thing is, from what I hear, is just a train wreck. There's so much corruption and everything else in that. Was it MTA, Manhattan Transit Authority?
Yeah.
It said that the buses are slower than people can walk. Might be causing a lot of gridlock right there. And they're trying to push this thing through before Trump gets in, because they're afraid Trump won't support it. And, if it's that full of corruption and they ain't got the money to pay for it, why don't they do something about the corruption in there instead of just ignoring it and making people pay more money? Huh?
Good morning, Miss Cindy. Appreciate the like. By the way, Rob, this is the young lady whose daughter had the serious wreck we prayed for, and they're okay.
Oh.
It was a violent wreck. I've seen pictures that showed me, and it's really a miracle. No one was killed, man. I mean, it was just a violent, almost head-on crash that kind of hit the rear end of the car, because they swerved to avoid this person hopped up on drugs, was headed right for them. Thank the Lord for a well-made car, airbags, and the good hand of our great and mighty God holding on the family. They're bruised and well, yeah, man. I mean, you imagine 3 flips, man, flipped over 3 times, and the real honorable person took off running and didn't check on them. They're on the lam. Took off.
They'll find them.
Oh yeah, they'll find them. They'll find them.
Well,
but we appreciate you coming in, and also praying for your brother. Good, great friend. He's battling some health issues. Just keep praying for these folks. I did talk yesterday to another coworker who was in a wreck. I saw the image of this. This is amazing. This was going up the mountain where towards where like I go to church, and kind of swerved to avoid a deer, and then try to pull it back, and I was in one of the big curves up there going up the mountain.
Yeah.
Kind of gravity kind of took over and slid down and hit a tree, knocked them out. Car caught on fire. A guy cutting trees come down there, brought his tools down there, and chopped down the stuff around so he could get him out of the car. Pulls him out, puts him in his truck, wraps him up, puts him in his truck, and then I took some video of it. You see the video. I saw the video of it on fire, and he was out for like 3 days. He said himself. He said it was the grace of God that I'm here. He's the musician guy that I told you about, and we talked about that. He is going to send me some samples over, and we're going to. I'm looking for something intros for one of the shows, and he's going. He says I've got a bunch of stuff. I told him about what I wanted, and we'll do some advertising for him and send people his way, and for the use of that, we'll basically have rights to it. In other words, we're going to make work a little deal to help each other out. But he still has memory loss from the wreck.
Oh, wow.
Most of the physical stuff is healed up, but he has memory loss,
Wow.
which is not uncommon, I guess. You go through a violent, it can damage past history, and your memories. It's a hard hit, man. You hit a tree, man.
That's a
I think next time, I mean, I know we're trying to protect. I know it probably. I mean, you don't think about it in these terms because hitting a deer ain't good either, man. It'll tear your car up. But
yeah.
Deer versus tree, got to go deer every time if that's the two options.
The car can be repaired.
Yeah.
You go out there and lose your life. That don't come back.
But in the moment, you're just trying to get out of the way in the moment. I mean, it's all split second. You're at a hairpin curve. Deer jumps out. It's the timing of it, man.
Well,
I didn't hear it specifically, Michael, what you're talking about, but they've been playing nice together because, the left has turned on Adams. So why wouldn't he buddy up to Trump? Him and Trump are, they can be allies. I could see him and Biden, Adams and Biden and Trump, all riding down the road waving at the crowd. Could you see that? Wouldn't that be some stuff right there? Wouldn't it be funny if Biden just went all, in on Trump? Yeah, wouldn't that be something, man? Can you imagine how mad that'd be? Then they'd really be wanting to lock him up. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it. He's being nice to Trump.
Well, he was nice, and they're already doing that. He was nice during their meeting the other day.
Oh, they didn't like it either. But I mean, they already go somewhere. They already hit the pizzeria, and Trump gets some pizza, and Joe gets some ice cream. That'd be funny right there.
They could be walking up the beach holding hands. Trump trying to keep him steady so we don't stumble.
Being nice.
Fall.
Jill on one side, Trump on the other.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Ivanka going in behind, ready to catch his head if he falls, so we don't ding his noggin.
Well, I hate to say I told you so, but I have no clue if it's going to work or not. But the Getz call, man, that's a firestorm, man. It's causing a lot of issues. I have no idea where it's going, but there's a lot of people said he can't be confirmed. I think there's Republicans not going to confirm him, man. I just don't know if he'll have the numbers or not.
There's some of them that are still mad at him. I mean, a lot of them that are just furious with him.
I just think this thing was not well. I mean, I don't want to say well thought out because he had a plan, but wow, I'm just not sure on it. Like I said, I'm still gonna wait, but that seems to be. And I'm a little bit shocked, to be honest, because these are powerful positions. We're not talking about some second or third level cabinet seat. We're talking about big mainline ones. You're talking about Attorney General, but then RFK Jr.'s HHS, man. Wow. I mean,
yeah,
he might. So like one headline said, he might not have become president, but man, did he get his spot? I mean, because that's what he's all in on is the health and safety and all that, health and human services and all that. But can they get him confirmed too? I don't know, man. That's going.
I think he'll get confirmed. I think that was.
He will come closer than awesome.
I'm skittish of almost any Democrat out there, but that is a good pick. That's a unifying pick, and I know the Democrats don't like him, but as much. But he is. I mean, you cannot say he will not flourish in that role. I don't think. I think he will flourish in it. That's right up his alley.
Not sure, man.
Let's see. He may not get the votes, but I think he would do good at it. And that's just my personal opinion.
It depends on how he approaches it. It depends on how he approaches it.
If he approaches it with common sense instead of left-wing nonsense,
Well, I don't mean. What I mean is this. you got to be careful how, you can't go a bridge too far. You can't. You gotta you gotta have a timing to stuff. I'll put it that way. If you try to drop too much at one time, wow, because that, and this almost sounds like they're going in, man, like max. I mean, pedal to the metal. I don't know if it's going to roll out like that, but I think 2025 into 2026, man, could be one heck of a ride. And
Yeah.
I would be prepared, folks. I just will be prepared because the pushback is going to be very, very hard on some of the stuff. And I just think it might be a rocky road. And Joe might
Maybe
have
about
to
4
eat
years.
Rocky Road ice cream. Yeah, but they're talking about having things kind of in place by 2020, summer 2026.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So, yeah,
You
but
know,
that's a lot,
as slow as
man.
government normally moves.
That's moving fast. Yeah, but some of this may be. I'm just telling you, be ready for the fight. It's going to get ugly.
Uh,
I had hoped that that wouldn't be the case, but my gut tells me it's going to be an ugly first few months.
yeah.
That's what
Okay.
my gut.
It hadn't been pretty getting to this point. Uh, a few months of ugly to get it turned around a little bit. I can handle that. You know.
I get it, Michael. I get it. He has, but I'm telling you, I just have this image of, all that what they're going to do, man. It's going to be the photo op of all the scientists in their lab coats out there, all having a press conference, and blasting him, and he don't understand this. They're going to come back on that just like they did Trump, and they tried to blast him about COVID and stuff. You know, I just telling you, man, just be ready for it.
They're going to be all like, "Well, the science says,"
Exactly. I'm telling you, just be ready for it.
and you know
I'm
what?
okay. I'm all in. I'm just telling you, it's
Yeah,
not. They're not going to lay back and just let this ride. I'm telling you, this is going to be. It's going to be a ride, man. It's going to be a ride.
they're going to be like, "The science says that this, and this," and then. I mean, we could always respond, well, science says there's only two genders. And y'all don't agree with that. If you're going to go with science, go with science. You know, don't just accept what part of science that you think is good for you and then throw the rest of it out.
This is Dave and the AM's crystal ball, and not that I know everything. I'm just going to say it on this point. I think like what you're seeing with Israel moving really fast while they have the opportunity and time to get a lot of stuff done since October 7th, over a year ago now, and they said it's like they made the decision like, okay, we're gonna blast everything that we can. We're gonna get everything done we can while we can, and then we'll slow down. I think that's the way this administration is going to kick off. I think they're going to do as much as they can and as quickly as they can. I feel like it's going into overdrive, and it's going to be fast and furious. I really do.
Well, it'll keep everybody off their A game, maybe. I mean, it's like hurrying up, playing hurry up offense. You know, if they're looking 15 different directions and they ain't had a chance to sit back and pick it apart and say, well, this ain't going to work, that ain't going to work, and da da this, da da that, they're going to throw stuff up. And if it gets shot down as just malarkey or whatever, they got to throw something up. And, maybe we'll get a few touchdowns right off the bat. I don't know. I hate to compare politics to football, but there's a lot of strategy in this, you know, a lot. And you have, and it's all politics, and they're looking to get what they want done. And some of the stuff that the libs have gone after, gas stoves, really. They've hung their
Oh,
mantle
I
on
know.
stoves.
I don't like it. I mean, that's the kind of stuff we need to slow down on. And in some cases stop.
Yeah.
Again, I'm okay with a balance on some things. I don't care if it's always good to go for a mix on stuff. I mean, and give options to people because give that's what a capitalist country is. You give options. You give people. Some people are going to want this thing. Some people are going to want that thing. But when you try to just totally knock out a choice, then that's socialism. Then that's communism. And well, communism you wouldn't be able to get either choice. But in socialism, we're going to choose for you, and you're not going to. We're not even going to have the option. That's ridiculous. There was a guy, and I watched a video, and I haven't done the research on it, and he said he bought this RV. He's in California, and California has passed some sort of a thing that has really caused him some guff. And he said even if he drives across the country, 2 states are making them get this special, because it's going to cost money to even drive their RV through their state. Colorado was one, New Mexico was the other. And he basically is like really ticked off and said he's putting it up for sale. He said it's just this is what's kind of happening. Well, of course, we're talking about 3 blue areas.
Yeah.
They went blue, and I want to look into that. I want to see what it's talking about. I know California's always coming out with regulation, but I want to look at that about what this is that they say they have to have to even drive the highways in those 2 states. But isn't that the way? Even though it's not like you're stopped at the state line, like Germany, papers please. But isn't it trending that way when states make rules and you start trying to go through and you have to do this, or you're going to be pulled over and got in a lot of trouble? Isn't that we're trending that way? That bothers me. That really bothers me. They've been doing truckers like this for years, man.
Usually, the first thing they ask for is they want your ID, and they want to know where you're going and where you've been. You can have my ID. You can look at it. But where I'm going and where I've been is none of your business.
Yeah.
It's none of your business. I don't have to have papers yet. But according to the police, that's where you been, where you going.
Totally agree with that statement.
Yep.
Totally agree.
And did you see that? They just found them. I'm not big on that. I am not big on that. I don't think they did. We're gonna look into that today. I'll be watching that one. But if you start adding regulations, I've been saying this for a little while too. It's all about control. But I think that's one of the big things for the EV mandate was, because your car does not go as far on the batteries don't go as far. You're limited in range. You got to spend hours charging them up. We don't have the infrastructure to charge them up. So if you go to an electric vehicle and you live down here, where are you going? You're stuck. Like Colquitt, Donaldsonville, but I don't know how long the charges on those things last. Will they last a couple hours? I have no clue. So I couldn't even make it to the beach and back. That's 2.5 hours away. What do I do then? I'm stuck here. That's not cool. If I want to go to the beach, I should be able to go to the beach. If I want to go to the mountains, I should be able to go to the mountains. And why can't we go? Well, you're limited in range on your battery. All right, and now it's going to be, well, if you take a camper with you, or if you're driving an RV, you got to pay this and pay that, along with high fuel. Come on. It's just like going into New York. They want to charge them the $9 to $15 just to go into New York. What's up with that?
Well, that's happening a lot in cities. In London, it's about $25 a day whenever you go in, because the roads are so crowded. So they start charging a fee to people that don't live there, that you pay every time you come in the city. That's become again, the globalists are wanting to limit the movement of people. Absolutely, that's where your 15-minute cities come in, where that's the model. They want to build these cities where everything's in 15 minutes and basically selling you don't have no need to go all the way across the country. Well, I'm sorry, I'll go wherever I want to go. Just maybe not in England. Maybe they're going over the cliff. But in America, I'm going wherever I want to go.
Yes, I agree. And where I go and
the day we can't is the day you can put, America dead on the border because at that point we won't have the freedom. We won't have freedom.
Right.
You let them get that far, everything else will go right behind it.
Well, I think it's getting there because, the whole thing about, well, where you been? Where you going? If you've committed a crime and they're trying to solve a crime, but they're not trying to solve a crime. It's just a standard question. Where you been? Where you going? Well, maybe there was a crime there. Maybe I need to know about it. But in America, we're innocent until we're proven guilty. Stop the interrogation. You got my ID.
I will tell you, there are some streets in America. If you go down that street, you will lose your property because it's a high drug area, and they instantly assume you're selling drugs or buying drugs. They will seize your property, meaning your car. There are some streets in America like that right now. There's people fighting that, but there's a few places that they put that in play. I mean, why don't we just clean out the drugs?
Yeah, absolutely. Michael, I'm going to say this. Republicans in support in New York jumped a lot. I may not mind them coming down here for a little bit. They talk a little funny. Well, a lot funny. Oh, you do it. But okay, let them come down here and visit and see if maybe we can turn some more. Maybe they'll decide, hey, I can choose to crumple my biscuit or leave it tore in half here. And this might be all right.
You do have the freedom, Rob, to be wrong. You do have the freedom to do that. I'll reserve that right absolutely for you.
What do you mean wrong?
Do your biscuit wrong. You do have the freedom to do that.
Whatever. You biscuit crumpler.
Dang right, baby. Dang right. Crumple your biscuit, man. Crumple your biscuit. By the way,
you said that like a Yankee too. Crumple your biscuit.
Well, I'm Northern Georgia. By the way, folks, we have a smithy coming on tonight. If you don't know what that is, blacksmith, a smithy, and yes. We're going to promote his channel, and I'm gonna buy a couple of hooks for him. In fact, I think we put that order in today before show. But come tonight on Front Porch Talking, and I'm going to be coming straight from a cryptid talk at a state park. So I'll have some. If I don't have, if there's no time in that show to put it in, we'll definitely cover it on one of our next shows. And Travis Middleton, wow! Thank you all the folks that watched on Facebook. Over 1,000 views on that interview we did with Travis Q. We're gonna find out what the Q is. Middleton, who's running for District 3, Walker County, Georgia School Board in a runoff, and he's gonna be back with us Monday night. He's fired up, and I saw some of his signs when I was out and about running around the other day. I'll try to get a picture of one of those, but he's gonna be back Monday. He's excited about it, and we now have and I've had people commenting, about him and what a great guy he is and everything. I said, well, we can tell that. We know enough about him to know he's a great guy. But we're looking forward to him being back. Robin, we also have today an interview with, I'll let you say the name because I don't remember the last name.
Gordon Rogers.
Gordon Rogers, who is, we're calling him the River Keeper.
Well, no, that's one of his titles is the River Keeper.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what we're saying, the River Keeper.
We're going to give a talk about the Flint River Keeper aspect of it, but he's going to be talking about adverse effects that the monkey farm can bring, and we're going to be sharing that out. This gentleman is highly intelligent. He knows what he's talking about. He's fighting to keep the Flint River clean, and this is big. And we're going to air this out tonight. We're going to do the interview this afternoon, but we're going to try to spread this out far and wide for everybody, and let's get this monkey farm thing just done away with as much as we can. And there's the opposite side. Patrick come in there, Patrick come in. He was for the monkey farm. He come in there talking to him at least about it. Yeah. So we see those people too. The Crumple Patrol, man, I love it. Oh yes. Crumble Patrol. He didn't say crumple. He said crumble.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Crumble,
crumble is all crumbs. crumb. That's why it's got crumb in it. I'm sorry. Crumble.
You're losing this battle, Rob. You're just making yourself
I'm
sound
not
low.
losing this battle. I mean,
You're losing this battle.
look, I know the right way to eat a biscuit and gravy. Okay.
Apparently not. Apparently not. Everybody we've asked that has agreed with me.
Are you going to listen to skinny people or are you going to listen to the fat guy? I mean, come on. Fat guys know the right way to eat this stuff.
I'm sorry you were not raised right. I mean, I can't help that.
Well, I mean, all right, folks, y'all go listen to the guy that was born and raised in South Georgia or the guy that was born in Rockford, Illinois.
Just because you were born in South Georgia doesn't mean that you got what you needed, Rob.
Yeah.
You might have been dropped on your head when you were little. They just always told you that you were right, like because they didn't want to hurt your feelings. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Rob. You're right.
My dropped on the head when I was little was an accident. I can't help that. They went, ah. I mean, you can't help that reaction, It wasn't Mama's fault. I mean, a little scary there.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna back it up, Michael, because I'm right. The only time you crumble stuff up is like when you put crackers in your chili or in your soup. You crumble crackers up, but don't crumble your biscuit up, folks. It ruins it. Ruins the experience. Just ruins it. That's why Dave's so grumpy a lot of times. What? Michael.
Salute. Oh, by the way, before we get too far up, we're afoot here, man. We're just rocking right along. We're not even paying attention. Rob, I have this morning a shout out to Between Georgia. They're between two cities, population 328. That's how it became known as Between. So shout out to all those folks in Between Georgia.
Absolutely.
Between city limits. It is a town. So you're in between. Loganville is one of the towns. I can't remember the other one. Loganville is one of the towns. It's halfway between Loganville and somewhere.
They're stuck between crumbling their biscuits and tearing them in half.
I don't think they said that, but I bet if I ever go in between, I can find a place to get a biscuit. I'll ask the question.
They may put their gravy in between two pieces of biscuit. You never know. Name like Between. It'd be kind of hard to
keep talking while we do our ads. W Energy Drinks. Use promo code Southern Fried. I'm making an order today. To Dubby. Going to get somebody. I've got some of the merch in already. Speaking of merch, I really like some of their shirts and stuff that they've been dropping, and I will show some of those as well. There's some of the shirts they just dropped, and if you got Christmas is coming. If you've got a gamer in your life, I mean that they really appeal to those. But you know what? I'm gonna get me one. I'm not a gamer. I used to be a gamer, but I'm gonna get me a shirt too. I'll do that. Rob, talk about this one. If you don't mind.
America First Marketplace, aka Mammoth Nation. Hey, Mammoth Nation is great. They do America First, support American First causes, anti-woke policies, left-wing nonsense. They're not for that. Stop buying from people that support that kind of nonsense. These people here are Americans. It's American companies. They support American products. They're vetted. They support America First policies. I mean, come on. Vote with your wallets. Spend your money at Mammoth Nation.
That's right. Absolutely. A couple of places that you can support us as well. We do have a store. Don't forget that. We'll run ads on that too. But you can definitely go and donate to us. Keep the podcast moving on. If you want to do that, that's totally up to you. We're not begging. We're just saying we're giving you options: PayPal or Venmo, and also go to Facebook, become part of that Cornbread Nation. Be a breadhead that you heard Rob talk about, and absolutely, we appreciate the support of the Southern Fried podcast in the Cornbread Nation.
I'm getting attacked here. I'm getting attacked. He can't make up his mind. Down here. Oh, there's my little one-eyed kitty. Can y'all hear that?
I think the kid has been eating some biscuits, man. He's good sized.
Oh yeah.
Of course,
Oh yeah.
what kind of biscuits would a cat eat?
Cat head.
Yeah, cat head biscuits. That's right.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what we mean by it. We say that cat head biscuit. That means as big as a cat's head.
Yeah.
That's how we know they're good. You only need one.
Well, there's cat head, then there's cat heads to compare them to. This guy right here has a great big fat head. I mean, look here at the size of his head. That'd be a big old biscuit right there.
Well, he's just like his owner. I mean, big fat head. I mean,
I know you did. That is not nice.
And I'm glad you had him up in your lap so people could see that.
So a raw head biscuit would be like a huge waffle or something, right? Is that what you're saying? Not very nice.
Oh, it'll be a great day, folks.
It is going to be a great
We got
day.
some rain this week. I was glad to see we got some rain, man. We've been a little dry.
We got a little bit. All right. So now Chuck wants to be a star. He's found the mic.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that comes up for the air or not, but he's got one of the loudest purrs ever. Poor little guy. He's just poor, helpless little one-eyed kitten, starving. All right. You had your pets. Get down. All right. All right. So, Dave, you've got your puppy dog that likes to interrupt the show sometimes. I've got the kitty cat that likes to interrupt the show every once in a while. So we're just going to be happy with our interruptions.
Well, 1st of January, when I'm in my new studio, the dog won't be able to do that unless I'm in the backup studio, which will still be here in case of rain, because with the metal roof in the studio, be bad. We probably won't be able to hear you, but only in case of rain. We'll be in the new studio by the 1st of the year. So,
dude, that might be awesome just to hear the rattle of the rain on a tin roof.
Maybe we'll have to see how loud it is. I don't know. We will see.
That is, I'm sorry, that's good sleeping right there. If you got the rain falling on a tin roof like that. Now, if it's a hurricane, it may not be as fun. Sound like bricks in the roof.
Yeah. By the way, that tropical storm's still on the way, right? Or what will be a tropical storm that's going to hit somewhere in Florida.
It's Tropical Storm Sarah.
Sarah.
I haven't looked at it this morning, but it's way down. I don't know if there's some models, I think, showing that it can get over this way, but some models aren't. Surely it's not coming this way. They're not going to call it Shirley. It's 1,050 miles from me right now. And let me see if I can. It looks like it's going to hang a hard right, and it can go landfall anywhere from Mississippi to the Keys. Is the cone there? So right now, the center of the cone's going in between Tampa and Jacksonville, so it's running across the state of Florida at an angle.
Yeah.
So we'll see. It's a long ways away. There's a lot of stuff that could change on it. It's not time to worry about it. It's time to see it. Be aware of it, but it's not time to worry about it yet. It's got a slow track to go here. It's going to take it a few days to get over this peninsula, Yucatan Peninsula and stuff like that. It will. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Michael. What? Oh.
Do what? Now, Michael, a hoe cake and a biscuit are two way different things, dude. You know that, right? I mean, a hoe cake type biscuit, that just wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I mean, that'd be a skinny, flat biscuit. And that wouldn't even be a biscuit anymore. As far as this one right here, well, we wasn't really worried about what was that last one, Milton, because of its name. And then Milton was like, oh, y'all gonna go around and call me Milton? Y'all gonna call me Milton? Really? I'll show you some Milton. And it did. It overperformed.
Oh yeah.
So, how's a whole cake a biscuit? You don't bake a whole cake. You fry it. Biscuit goes in the oven. You bake biscuits. I know I may not be the best baker in the world, but I know that you fry a whole cake and you bake a biscuit. That's two different things. It's not the same. Mm. Biscuits made with flour. Whole cake made from cornmeal. Mm. Come on. Get with me. Get with me. I got this part. I know I'm right on this. But if you want to call it a biscuit, you can call it a biscuit.
He's challenging, man. He's not backing down.
I know.
He's challenging you.
If you don't want them to taste good, you can bake them. No, I'm just saying. The next thing you know, you're gonna say you can fry a biscuit. I guess you could. You can fry anything.
We're going to have the bake off between Michael and Rob, competing videos.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. I'm gonna see how you bake a hoe cake. They used to. You know why they call them hoe cakes, don't you?
No, I don't.
Huh.
I don't.
Way back in the day, they didn't let people come in out of the fields to eat. They worked them. But you could build a fire and you could actually get a mixture of cornmeal, salt, and water, and they actually cooked it on their hose in the fire. Okay. Okay. Cook it on their hose in the fire. You're not even going to comment on that.
Well, you might want to clarify what a hoe is. That's all I'll say. Some people listening might not know that term.
Okay. Well, a hoe is a farming implement that you use to cut weeds out of the field and stuff like that. You go hoe and get the weeds out. Sometimes your fields would need to be hoed. It's not referring to something else. Yeah, but we try not to use that term too much anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with that term, but some people take that the wrong way, and it's just hoe cakes. So I guess people could take that the wrong way too, but it is what it is. You can't make everybody happy.
But basically, if you're going to say it. Basically, you're talking about slavery, right? That they weren't allowed. Yeah. Okay. I mean, we might as well say it. I mean, let's not dodge it. I mean, because these terms come from that time frame because of slavery.
Yeah.
The
and it is what it is, and it was what it was. We don't support it.
Slavery.
We don't support it. We don't want to support it. And
no, but we won't cover it up. I mean,
this country's history.
It is a part. History is history. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, you can't change. I mean, you can ignore it, but you can't change it.
On here, I'm the good, Michael's the bad, and Robert's the ugly.
You done hurt my face. I don't even know if I can say anything else today.
It's like the Western.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
I remember the Western, but I'm not
ugly. Listen, ugly can refer to not just looks, but how someone acts. They're,
You're saying
that's
I
like
act
the,
ugly now.
the
Oh,
kids,
you're not making
kids
this
can
any
say
better.
the kids can say you're acting ugly. You're talking ugly.
Y'all done hurt my feelings.
Woo, boy.
I'm not gonna put
Nelly.
that up there. I'm not even gonna put that one up there.
No, sirree.
No, sirree. No, sir.
Mama didn't
You
raise
keep
no
that.
dummy.
Mm. That's funny as snot,
Wow.
but no, you don't tell him that.
He come from left field. I mean, way back.
He knocked
Way
that one
back.
almost to the fence. He had warning track power on that one. My goodness. Well, Dave, it's 7 o'clock. You got to run girls to school.
Yeah.
Yep. I gotta get ready to. I gotta check on my Christmas lights this morning. When you get down here, we will be. You won't have any trouble finding this place at night.
I didn't think I'd have any trouble finding it at all. I thought you lived down a dirt road, kind of like the only house out there.
Well, it is, but there's a lot of dirt roads in this town. Out this way, anyway.
All I got to do is stop and say, "Where's that old boy that does his biscuits wrong?" And they're gonna say, "He's right down that road down there." You don't do your biscuits like that. I'll say, "No, sir. I'm trying to coach him up." They're gonna say, "We have too. We've been working on him our whole lives, but he's down that road down there."
And then you're gonna say something like, "So how long y'all been living here in Colquitt?" And they're gonna shoot you.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
I know you are. You can't help it.
See you, Michael. I will say it. I will say it.
Yeah.
You can throw Chupacabra up the screen. I'm going Colquitt.
Colquitt is where Moultrie is.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that, Michael. That's nothing wrong with that. That's kind of cute. Of course, I think you would say that when you were young. I imagine if you said that now, it would kind of come across as cringy.
I'm gonna have to put that to the test this morning. And I'll give feedback.
What do y'all think? Is it okay for a 60-year-old guy like Rob to say cupcake to a girl?
Well, number one, Rob ain't 60. Rob is barely even 50. You know.
Oh, you're over 50.
Barely even 50. I'm halfway into it.
Woo!
No, that is not going to be okay under any circumstances, Michael. No. But I am going to put the other one to the test this morning. I will give results tonight on the front porch talking.
Rob's going to be rubbing his face. That didn't work out too good.
Black eye, tape across my nose. You know, we're going to find out.
You can call one of the cats cupcake. It'll be all right.
Yeah, they can't argue. But I'm not going to. I got to go ask her. I got to go find out from the prettiest girl in the house. And go in there and go, "Good morning, cupcake."
It's not going to go well. I'm just calling it right now. Ring the bell, baby. It's not going to go well. Especially early in the morning, dude. I would suggest don't do it. I'm reading this one pretty clear. The radar is real clear on this one. Don't do it.
I could do it in a sexy voice, be like, "Cupcake."
That was supposed to be sexy.
Right. Yeah,
that didn't sound sexy, dude.
Well, it shouldn't sound sexy to you. That's a good thing.
No, that didn't even sound right.
It does not sound sexy.
That's you'll be better off doing his suggestion. Biscuit butt.
No, that is not a good suggestion. And Michael's just trying to get somebody hurt this morning. Twinkie or Ho. No. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to put that to the test. That's the one I'm putting to the test, not the Twinkie, not the Ho-Ho, not the biscuit butt. We're not doing that. Cupcake. Oh my
Cupcake just
goodness.
don't sound right. I'm telling you, man. I know these things.
We're gonna find out. Are you saying that biscuit butt, Twinkie, or ho ho is a better option?
No, it's not. I just think it would be funny if you did that.
Hoe cake is not either. Uh, I'm gonna go with cupcake. Chuck, why are you biting me, you little snot? He's trying to start some junk now. All right, well, let me go in here and see if I can get this done. It's time for my walk. Time for you to get the girls to school. We love everybody out there here in Cornbread Nation and all of our Southern Fried Podcast fans. We love every one of you. God bless you all. Like, follow, subscribe, drop it to the floor, kick it around a little bit, go back and do it again.
Appreciate all those from Instagram popping in this morning. Shout out to you. Also, continued salute to Between Georgia, a little town in between. And we'll see you tonight on Front Porch Talking, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The same bat channel, same bat co-host.
And we'll see if I survive calling my wife a cupcake.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out about that.
Y'all have a great
You won't get smacked. You'll just get that look. You're gonna get the look. Cupcake? Really? Friday cupcake?
That's what I'm expecting. But we'll see. We'll see. Y'all have a great Friday. See y'all tonight at 8 o'clock. Front Porch Talking. You have a good day, Dave.
I am. I'm gonna go get me a biscuit and crumple it.
Well, once again, it's time, my friends, for another meet and greet. We're Southern Fried and nationwide, so hang on to your seat. Look around, here's what I found. I guess you'll never know what you'll see on the Southern Fried Podcast Show.